Hey all, it's Linda. Welcome back to my channel for today's video. I am freaking excited. We are going to be talking about looking at, swatching, doing two looks with the new Unearthly Just a Taste palette. This palette comes out on November 21st and is going to retail for $74. You can use my code GLITTERFALLOUT to save some money, but I want to go all into this. I have not put this on my face yet. I have done swatches that I'm going to show you, but let's get right into it. First of all, let me just say, I kind of love how there's a bunch of makeup companies right now coming out with holiday palettes, or maybe it's just like that it falls around holiday time, but they are not green, red, snowy. They're like blood-sucking reds and greens and dirty, grimy color. Like, I love it. I also just realized that I just said they're coming out with red and green, and I referred to that as not holiday. But before we talk about the palette, let's talk about the packaging like I always do with Unearthly. As always, it does come in this cardboard box, which is really, really secure with its own foam. And I always love that because you can ensure that since you are paying for this high quality item, that it will not arrive to you broken. And then the palette itself does come inside the cardboard sleeve, but we have the palette itself. Let's take a look at this baby. We do have an 18 pan palette with 9 mattes and 9 shimmers. This is just so like moody, isn't it? I feel like this kind of fits that like vampiric theme. I kind of love these grimy colors over here, but you do have bright pops. You can make a completely neutral look with this, or you can go to the other end of the spectrum and do the opposite of neutral. I think I'm trying for the opposite of neutral with today's look, but I really enjoy this color story, but I feel like this is something I say in so many videos when I'm reviewing eyeshadow palettes. I couldn't really fully see the color story until I swatched it out, and then I was like, yes, there it is. These colors all swatched really, really beautifully, very pigmented, very smooth. The formula feels really good. It almost feels emollient, but not in a creamy way. It just feels like the colors are going on smoothly. They're not going on patchy. They're not going on dry. I will say the mattes feel extremely pigmented, so just be careful with that. I already know, like, I do have my face makeup on today, but I'm going to be really careful in tapping off my brush as much as possible before putting it on my eyes. Now, one thing that I do want to state is on the back of the packaging, they do talk about how this is a color pigment palette in a lot of ways. So some of these shades are not recommended for use around the immediate eye area. Will I still use them around the immediate eye area? Yes, I will. But that is at your own risk. They warn you. You cannot blame them. So the colors that you are not supposed to use around the immediate eye area, they refer to them as pressed pigment for cheeks, are Nocturnal Kiss, Veins of Velvet, Bite Me, Vampire's Lair, Forbidden Embrace, Haunted Heart. That one kind of surprises me because that one is a shimmer. Eternal Summer. So all of those shades are not recommended for use around the immediate eye area. Again, use at your own risk, but I did want to state that. But let's get right into this. I want to do a look today. I am so excited. I want this to be kind of like a bold look too. All right, I do have eye primer on. I also do have my face makeup on. I went a little heavy with the liquid highlighter today in case you couldn't tell, a little heavier than intended. So what I want to do, I want to take this under the eye and I'm going to leave a little bit of space. Usually I put it right against my lash line and take it to the eyebrow or take it like at this angle, but I want to leave a little bit of space here. So I'm not going to put it directly under my eyebrow because I saw somebody recently who took like an eyeshadow, a bold eyeshadow, and put it heavy under the eyes and made that the wing rather than what I usually do on top. So let's give it a shot. So I don't know how easy it is to tell, but like I said, I did leave a little gap right here on both sides. And you know what? Let's go right in with that dark color because I want to see if this is even going to work on me. I'm going to take this brush. This is the Sigma Eye Shading E55. It is dense. It's not quite a smudger brush, but it almost is. And I want to go into Eternal Slumber, which is one of the shades you're not supposed to use around the immediate eye area. But this is just a beautiful dark matte purple. Again, I'm going to tap off all the excess, but what I want to do is closer to the inner corner of the eye, I'm going to just press this. I do want this to be smoky today, but these, I want to see if I can take this, like I'm going to really press it into the lid there, but then I want to press this along the outer edge, and that's where the wing is going to come from. This might look absolutely terrible, but you know, we're going to try this, and I took this out even a little bit past the brow. I am going to blend that, of course. But let's try it. Why not? It's just makeup. It comes off. Fun fact, I have a very business professional lunch today, so I absolutely will have to take this off, but let's play while we're at it. And I want this to be really bold right along that line where the tape is. Now I'm going to take an actual smudger. This is the BMX 402 smudger brush from Moda. And I'm just going to kind of make that a little bit into a wing. But again, I'm not going to like take it all the way across the top lid. I just want this to connect, but I want it to originate from the bottom. I feel like this is going to be such a trust the process thing, but we're gonna trust the process. So I'm gonna take a fluffy brush. This is the Fantasy Cosmetica E05 brush. And then I want to go into Forbidden Embrace. Again, is this one of the colors? Yep, this is one of the don't put it around your eyes colors. So we're gonna put this right around our eyes. Tap off all the excess, and I want this to go right here into the crease. This is a very pretty like lavender grayish kind of situation. I'm liking this. Sorry about that. This is like amateur hour. I totally forgot to close my window because it's so cloudy out today, and then the sun just decided to be like, hey, what's up? I'm really hoping that this look kind of does what I want it to, because like I don't want a line too heavy on the top. I just really want that focus. Like I even want the lid to be kind of light and just have that darkness on the bottom. I'm probably going to keep going in, if I'm being honest, and touching up this because, again, I want this to be so dark right against that like lash line and right against the tape. So I'm going to keep probably touching that up here and there. I mean, it looks kind of cool so far. I mean, it's hard to tell, but it looks kind of cool so far. So I think I'm trying to decide. I might keep this first look simple. No, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a more defined angled brush. This is just called the Line Brush by Moda. This came with the Heavy Metals collection. And I'm going to go into Nocturnal Kiss, which is a very, very, very deep purple. Tap off the extra. This I'm going to apply right along the tape line to ensure that it's dark. Yeah, so I can see it for sure there. I'm going to have to blend it out. But I feel you can definitely see up close at least the difference. Ooh, yeah. So now I'm going to go back in with the smudger brush and some of Eternal Slumber, which is that original purple, and blend that out. Okay, I don't want to mess with that too much. All right, I am going to take my NYX glitter glue and pat that on the lid. Again, I don't want the lid to be like heavy with like cut crease and everything like that. And I'm going to dip into Haunted Heart, which is a color you don't use around the immediate eye area. This is a very like iridescent gold pink purple color. Very, very pretty. And I feel like if you were to just swipe this dry across the lid, it would give a really lovely, I mean, even this way, it gives like a really lovely wet effect kind of. That's very pretty. That's looking just really freaking cool so far. Oh, I'm like nervous to take this off, but I don't know what kind of eyeliner I want to do. And how many colors have I used? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. Let's take it off. I mean, it's for sure something different, right? What if I had fake lashes on though? Would that balance it out a little bit more if it was like right at the end? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hop off camera real quick. I'm going to do the rest of my eyes. I'm going to put something on my cheeks because I have no blush yet. I'm going to do my lips. And I'll be right back. Let's see if this comes together. All right, here is the first look. Guys, I think it did come together. I think I freaking love it now. I had a moment where I was like, oh shit. But I think I love it. I think it looks so freaking cool. Okay, so as a reminder, the shades that I used were Nocturnal Kiss, Forbidden Embrace, Haunted Heart, and Eternal Slumber. And I know that's only 4 shades, but if I'm being realistic, when I personally use a palette, like not for videos, I'm not using 15 shades, okay? Sometimes I do, but very rarely. For the most part, I'm a 4-shade kind of girl. I freaking love this. So the lashes I used were Bright Lashes Flutter. These are just outer corner lashes. For my blush, I used from the Finding Ferdinand Après Ski collection. This is Dusk, right? Yeah, this is Dusk. So it's just kind of like this berry blush. And I did a very, very, very thin line of liquid liner on the top lid, but that's nothing even a big deal. And then I used Cathedral Rose liquid lipstick from Unearthly. I think this is with the Gargoyle collection. I think this is badass. I think this is so badass. I love it. I love it. I love it. I don't know how often I would do this like underline, but I mean, it's kind of cool, right? Like, I think it's kind of rad. What do we think? What do we think? Is this something that you would try? But so far, as far as the shadows performing, they all performed beautifully. Like, I don't really, when I'm doing my Unearthly Cosmetics reviews, yes, I'm going to talk about the quality, but I think that the only thing that would make me stand out about the quality, Diana, yeah, I do. I think the only thing that would really stand out about the quality is if suddenly it was bad. But it hasn't been. Their quality is absolutely amazing. So I had issues with none of these colors. I have to admit, this color, Haunted Heart, came out so much prettier than I was expecting. It's like a really wet look shadow. I didn't think it would be that like drenched in moisture, that look. I really, really love it. I actually love this lip. I know we're not reviewing the lip, but I kind of love the lip, and I don't usually like purple lips, but I'm kind of digging this one. So let me know what you think, but let's hop into look number 2. All right, we're back for the second look with the Just a Taste palette, and I feel like with this one, I want to stick more to like these greens and more neutral colors in here. I feel like it's really beautiful, and I want to do something different. I know last time was super bold, and this look is still going to be colorful, but just not as bold. So let's jump right into it. Also, I switched my Invisalign trays since the last time that I filmed, when I filmed the first look, and they are making me lisp so badly. So I just had to take out the top ones. That's what I've been doing when I'm filming, because otherwise you're saying you're listening to me like this, and I feel like it's really annoying. The first thing I want to do is go into Bare Bite. This is that kind of yellowy, there's like a slight green undertone to this. So I already have on my face makeup and everything like that. I'm just not wearing, I'm wearing a lip mask, but no lipstick. But anyway, this is going to go fluffed in the crease. This is going to be, again, like I use the word neutral very lightly, because this is not going to be like a no makeup look or anything like that. Maybe I just mean I'm staying away from the reds for this look. I feel like when you look at this palette, the first thing a lot of people are going to see are those reds, as you should. They're absolutely beautiful, but I also feel like it's worth looking at some of these other colors that are super, super pretty for even like just everyday wear. Now, I do find that on my eye, I'm not really seeing any of that green showing through. It's just kind of like, God, I don't know how to even describe it, because it's not mustard. You know what I mean? It's like a little more pale than that. It's definitely not a pastel color. It's just really pretty. It's just a pretty neutral. All right, the next color I'm going into is possibly like, for me, one of the prettiest colors in here. It's called Wicked Woods, and it's this like army green kind of shade. I keep dropping the palette, forgive me, but it's this army green shade that is so pretty. So I'm putting that on sort of a more defined fluffy brush, and I'm gonna start light with this, and I can always build up, but I'm gonna pat that on the inner corner and then take this into the crease like deeper. So there's just a nice gradient. Yeah, it looks like you're going to be able to build up this color nicely. Like, I feel like I want this color to be quite noticeable, you know, in the crease and things like that. So there you go. You can definitely see it more now. It does build up nicely. That's pretty. That's the kind of color I wanted. And I'm going to go back and forth and blend it out with Bite Me. No, Bare Bite. My God, I cannot talk. There is actually a color called Bite Me, and it is the reddest red that was ever red, and I'm not using that today. See, this is going to be my kind of look right here. They all are. They're all my kind of look, but I love a dirty, grimy green. I love the way these colors are blending together, though. Even just these two, I feel like are just super, super pretty and very, very easy to work with. Now, on the very outer corner, I'm going to try this. I'm going in with Cloaked Desire. This is just, it's a gray with like a hint of green in it, and I'm hoping that this deepens it up a bit, but it's not the deepest shade in the palette, so I don't know if it'll do anything. Let's see. Oh yeah, I feel like that adds like a bit of dimension. It may not be like much deeper than it was, but I do feel like it adds some dimension on that outer corner. Just going back in, touching up the other colors as needed. This is something that, like, I guess a lot of YouTubers I feel like don't talk about, but I feel like we all do it. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know, constantly going back and forth to make sure everything's blended, to make sure the colors are showing up how we want to. So take your time with makeup. Going in, as always, with a little bit of NYX glitter glue, and I'm going to do one eye at a time. I want to start on the, just on the lid in general, with Mossy Grave. Mossy Grave is a duochrome for sure. It's got bright flashes of green, but it's also got some blue and some brown in there. This is going to go over most of the lid. I'm going to leave the inner corner open. Oh my goodness, that color is so shifty and so incredibly metallic. And it's almost, gosh, no, I was going to use the word sheer, but it's not sheer. It's just that, like, it's wet looking. You know what I mean? It catches the light in such a way. God, that's beautiful. I'm also going to take a pencil brush and go into Moonlit Veil, which is a very light, it has like hints of green, but it's also quite like silvery gold. And I want to pop that on the inner corner. I'm hoping you'll see a difference. I'll be honest, I don't know how much of a difference I was seeing there. So I'm putting it on the brush and I'm going to try wetting it and seeing if that makes it pop a bit more. So it is still pretty, but I feel like you can't see a difference at all. Let's try with the finger. So even on the finger, like here, I want to put these together so you can see. This one is way more green. This is way more silver, but for some reason, it's just not, the difference isn't appearing on the eye. It's very pretty, and you get kind of like a little bit of a flash on this inner corner, but I feel like it's not dramatically different. It's still very pretty though. I'm going to go back and forth and touch up some of the colors now. Look at how metallic that color is. Oh my gosh. All right, this is very pretty. I'm gonna go ahead and add my mascara and liner, probably something on the lips too, and we'll come back and finish under the eyes. Okay, for my lips, I just kept it very simple. I actually just left on the lip mask and added a little bit of lip liner. I love this. This is the tint, the color is Tint. It's the Sigma lip masks. They are so beautiful. So I'm just going back in with Wicked Woods, which is the army green color. And even though I've already done mascara on the bottom, I hope this doesn't mess it up too bad. I'm just placing this kind of lightly under the eyes. I don't want this to be too smoky, but I just like the look of it. I feel like it's a little bit more grounded when you have something on the bottom. So literally, I'm just leaving it like that. So here is the final second look with the Just a Taste palette. This is such a fun one. I love this color story. I don't know if it's my favorite of all time from Unearthly, because I feel like that, what does that go to? They have so many good ones. I love Sorcerer's Smoke. I love Gargoyle. I love this. This is definitely in like the top 3 probably, are the ones I'm forgetting, but I love the Don't Be Jelly palette. I love the fall. I love all of them. I love the Heat one. They're just so good at their color stories and making them something unique. So I love this. If this is your vibe at all, go for it. I love how they have these murky greens with the bright reds, and I feel like it's like very spooky ooky. But let me know what you think. Is this one you're planning on picking up? Again, this does come out on the 21st, and you can use my code GLITTERFallout to save some money. Everything will be linked down below. By the way, that is an affiliate code, so if you do choose to use it, thank you so much. That does help to support my channel. But yeah, let me know what you think. I'm very, very curious. But if you like this video, I would love if you give it a thumbs up. That helps out my channel so much. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Those are all Glitter Fallout. And as always and forever, you are super freaking rock stars. I love you so much with my whole heart, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.